So this was the one when Trump talked about 3 terms. A guy named Zeus sent me a Manek talking about Trump's going to be serving 3 terms because there's a story that came out that says Congressman pushes amendment to allow Trump a 3rd term, but not Obama, Clinton, or Bush because they both did 2. There's this congressman. Where's he based out of, Rob, by the way? Let me see this here. Andy Ogles from Tennessee proposed an amendment to allow president to serve 3 terms, provided they did not serve 2 consecutive terms. The proposal would allow Donald Trump and Joe Biden to both be able to serve 3 terms, because there was a disruption. But again, it would exclude Barack Obama, Clinton, and Bush because they already served 2. Who knows if it's going to? He joked about this. Go ahead and play this clip, Rob.
It will be the greatest honor of my life to serve not once, but twice, or 3 times, or 4 times.
He is so funny.
Oh, headlines. Here he knows.
Fake news. Fake news.
Jim
Now it will be to serve twice for the next 4 years.
But here's what I wanted to show you. If you want to go, Rob, to the CNN clip with the lady with the guy showing percentage, said, this is the same Trump.
Her face
hurts.
it's
so a host of CNN calling another host at CNN fake news, which indirectly, but I just want you to watch this, and judge it for yourself.
This is the aneurysm.
Go ahead.
Yeah. This is a very different Donald Trump. He's leading a very different administration, the way he's attacking things, and the American public is very much more in line with him than they were at any point during his entire first term.
Well, I would say, correction, this is not a very different Donald Trump. This is a very different Donald Trump as being viewed by voters in this.
In the way he's going about things with Susan Wiles leading things, I think he is, going at things in a much less organized fashion, much more
focus on her.
Take me back in history.
Take you back in history. So it was so interesting to me that Donald Trump's first net approval rating of his second term is higher than his entire first term. And I was interested.
She shouldn't play poker.
Yeah. Has the second term net approval rating in the first month, have you ever had a higher rating than any net approval rating during the entire first term? Donald Trump is the only.
I have a really hard time believing that.
This is 100% true. I went back. I love spreadsheets.
What's her
Donald
name?
Trump is the first guy ever whose net approval rating in the first month of his second term is higher than any rating that he had his entire
She's having an aneurysm.
term capable. This is true. I don't make stuff up. The numbers are the numbers.
The numbers don't lie.
Send him a mug. In nothing except when you have it in the wall, and then I believe everything you say.
That's exactly right.
Which is why.
Vinny, your thoughts on this?
Just the anger and the fake news, and that's why CNN. What was the number? CNN's net worth went from 4.4 billion.
Revenue, 400 million.
Yeah, 4.4 billion. In 2021. I don't know what it is now, but it dropped to 2.3 billion in 2023, a 47.7% drop. And this, I'm so happy because, Ro, this comes back to what I was saying. When it comes to like him and Jim Acosta, is it reportedly that he's leaving? Tom, is he retiring? What's happening?
No. They fired him, but this is how they fired him. Remember, it came true. Remember, you and I did the little thing back and forth the board. Yeah. That's what they did. They said, Jim, we're giving you midnight. Midnight. What's happening in my show? 2 other people are going on it. What? Then I quit. Boom.
Yeah, and he quit. And it just, my thing is
that's what they wanted.
Because we're talking about the change. I'm telling you right now, there needs to be way more Democrats that are speaking like you. Obviously, we're going to have our differences, but it's the change. Are they ever going to change? Because it's insane that they're not seeing the writing on the wall. I think Albert Einstein said insanity, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting the same results. Okay, I don't, from everything, I'm saying this is CNN, but just as a whole, from the open border to, sending the money to the Ukraine while we're struggling here, from biological men playing in women's sports, tampons in bathrooms, kids, puberty blockers, all that stuff. If they're not going to start changing, and you were saying that Trump only has 4 more years and he's gone, but the Republican bench is so deep. It's so ridiculous deep with J.D. Vance, with Vivek, Tulsi, and all these people. People better start jumping ship and going to another party, or else it's never going to change. I think that change, Ro, needs to start happening, and it needs to be drastic, or else it's not going to stop. This wave is going to keep going.
Ro.
Look, I agree that our party needs to change. We got to laugh a little bit more. There are some things that Trump's doing that are very, very serious and dangerous that need to be opposed. But when you go after every single time he's joking or making a comment that gets laughs, then it just looks like you're the Debbie Downers.
Yes.
And that's where there's an unhealthy obsession, especially because the guy isn't going to run again. I do think it's funny they excluded Barack Obama. I mean, that would have been the heavyweight match if it's Trump versus Obama. And I do think Obama actually would have had a much, much better chance of beating Trump than Kamala Harris. But I'll say this about the Republican bench. I'm not discounting it, but Donald Trump had as a unique ability that none of these folks have. And in the connections he had with the African-American community, with the Latino community, in his ability to be comedic, in his charisma, in having been on TV for 15 years. Yeah. And so what the Democratic Party should be focused on is paying attention to what drew people to Trump, opposing it where we have to, but actually thinking about the future. If everything is an obsession about Trump, we'll be the candidate of the past. We got an opportunity to build for the future. And that's... And
you said, and I'm sorry, Brad, because I know you want to close, but you said, he's doing dangerous things. What's something that Trump is doing that's dangerous that you're saying is going to hurt us? Because from what I'm seeing, he's making bold moves. He's being decisive. He's hitting on every promise. And I don't know about you, bro. I told them this the other day. I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, and I was in my living room, and I swear to you, I prayed first, and I felt bad because I cussed after, but something inside me just said out loud, I said, America is fucking back. I just felt it. So what's something dangerous that you think that he's doing that we should be concerned about?
Oh, the three places quickly, and we probably don't have the time to disagree with all of them. But I was fine with pardons for some of the people on misdemeanors on January 6th who just roamed into the Capitol, took recordings, left. But there should not have been a pardon for anyone who hit a police officer or who committed property destruction of the Capitol. Two, the pause on federal funding. He's paused all federal funding, including cancer research, diabetes research, money to different communities. That's Congress that has the power whether to spend money or not. And in my view, the courts will strike it down. He's fired all the inspector generals. There are a number of areas where I think he's gone way too far. But let me end with, from my perspective of this. One, we've got to have more conversations in this country like this, where people come on where you don't agree on everything, but there's got to be some way after a very, very polarized country that we have been since Obama and then Trump, Biden. If after Trump's 4 years, if we're just going to continue to polarize, that's going to be the biggest advantage for China. And my thing that I hope that, and I appreciate your having me on, is, even if people who listen to me is like, I'm never going to vote for that kind of guy, at least we can figure out how do we treat each other with respect, with patriotism, and figure out how we start to bring this country together in a way that it hasn't been. And that, to me, is the biggest challenge, actually, for the nation.
I applaud you, and I think we need to have more of that happen, and the conversations is what we need. And we look forward to having many more of these with you for years to come. This was fantastic. Appreciate you for coming out. Gang, for those of you that are still on, reminder, if you think you're very good at making predictions, go to vtnews.ai. The 100-day predictions, Rob. Can we see what the latest one is?
Who is number
First
one?
100 days. Let's go see. Click on bottom right, Rob. Just go to bottom right.
First 100 days.
It's right there. Okay, click on that. And let's see what the latest one is.
Leaderboard.
Will Trump disclose the mystery behind the New Jersey drone appearances in the first 100 days? What do you think? I would say first 100 days.
Because in the White House, when he was signing executive orders, he's like, "Did we find out about that?" And he goes, "Go find out about." I think yes, because he asked.
First 100 days, you say yes.
I think yeah.
Well, I voted.
Look at Riley, bro.
Riley's first, Connor second, Chris. These are the best predictors so far. Payam, Delia, Barry, Joseph, Shoup, Thomas, Polk, Mitchell. Okay, all right. So guys, we got quite a few more days left. We're on day 8. We got 92 days left. Surprise recognition and prizes at the end. Go participate. Go to vtnews.ai and fill out your prediction. We raised $108,000. We send the money already to California. We've sent, I think, 6 families $5,000 apiece that me and Vinny individually called, FaceTimed, and we spoke to them. The stories are, I wish we raised $50 million to send the money out there, but we only did $108,000 of sale that they would merge. We are still calling families. If you have anybody that's gone through something, send me directly a Menek with your phone number and their phone number. Tell me as much detail as possible. We're FaceTiming people and just let them know that we're sending money over their way. And then the money is getting sent out. Once we give the details to the individuals, money gets sent out to their account. You can connect any one of us. You send it to Adam, to Vinny, to me, to Tom. It's going to end up coming back to me anyway. So whatever guys that you send this to, they'll send it to me. We'll make the phone calls. I think today's the last day we're doing it to send the money out to the folks in California. They're still going through it. That's one. Make sure you do that. Number two is on the cigar lounge that a lot of you guys have been wanting to be a member of. We have had our manager now there for the last, I think, 90 days or so. The place is looking amazing. We're going to launch it in the month of March, but you know it's a private cigar lounge. So for those of you that are in South Florida and you want to find out how to become a member, text the word cigar to 310-340-1132. Again, text the word cigar to 310-340-1132. One of our representatives will get a hold of you in the month of February to tell you all about it, but make sure you text the word cigar to 310-340-1132. We're opening up the comedy club, the cigar lounge, to 2 bars. We got the liquor license. We got the whole thing. We'll be opening up here soon. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.